Yeah. Namaste, friends. Welcome to this 4 day spiritual discourse that we are having. This is day two. We had a day one session from multi-purpose, multi-dimensional universes, worlds, you can call parallel worlds by Dr. Subramanya. And we had a good knowledge wisdom session that we had on that one. And now today we are going to have another session by Madhu. She's from Germany, and basically Madhu is from born in India, Andhra Pradesh. She did her studies in Bachelor's of Fine Arts. She married to Ram in the year of 2008. She started practicing meditation in the year of 2009. When she underwent a miscarriage after practicing meditation, she has realized that happiness is within. So from then, she started sharing the joy of meditation to whomever she meets. She, along with her husband, hosted everyday meditation classes while they stay in Egypt. That's where our Giza pyramid is at. They moved to Germany 3.5 years back, and they started continuing the same practicing the meditation and teaching the meditation wherever they go. Madhu get visions about colors and patterns in her meditations, and she put them out in the art form. She's a good artist. Madhu's purpose in life is to bring happiness to each and every person she meets through the meditation. So her biggest inspiration is the greatest guru of our time, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji. So I'm going to hand it over to Madhu without any getting delay. So please, Madhu, please have this dais, and the stage is all yours. Please continue. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arun. Yeah, that was a very beautiful introduction. I hope I'm able to. And my voice is audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Namaste, friends. I'm myself Madhu Gajjala. I'm currently living in Germany. I would like to share a little bit about myself. And I'm born in Andhra Pradesh, India, and I've been brought up in India. And then I've got married to Ram in the year of 2009, and we have moved to Egypt. And in the year of 2009, I had a miscarriage, and when I had a miscarriage, I went into a very deep depression. Before that, I used to do a lot of prayers, and I used to do a lot of pujas and everything, but nothing could answer to my depression which I went through. And thanks to my in-laws that they have been practicing meditation with Patriji for many years, they said, "Why don't you opt meditation?" They've been telling it to me from many years. Um, since I got married, or before that, when we got engaged, they told me to meditate, but I never used to listen because I used to think that meditation is not for the young people. I used to think that meditation is for the old people. So I used to think that the meditation is for the old people, or the people in the Himalayas, or the yogis in the Himalayas. I used to believe that. But when this miscarriage had happened, friends, something I had to opt to. I thank them for coming there to Egypt. We were living in Egypt at that time. So they said, you meditate, and I said, okay, I'll take it up as a challenge. I meditated for a week's time, and in that 1 week, something had transformed in me, that I was a shy girl, very shy girl, before coming into meditation, before practicing meditation. But after practicing meditation, that I've realized that there is so much joy inside me, which I was searching all the way, all the time outside. And when I've experienced that, the fear, the shyness, everything had dropped. And I wanted to convey this message to everybody, that what I had undergone, what I had underwent, and I came out healing myself. So I want to convey this message to all whomever I meet. So that's how we started meditation sessions in Egypt. And friends, this is what me and my husband realized, that this is what is our purpose of life. So knowing why we are here on this earth plane, uh, what is your purpose? So this is what is the topic today, and I'm glad that I'm able to convey you the message that my purpose of life in this lifetime or the coming lifetimes, or the previous lifetime, very few lifetimes, my purpose of life is to convey the message of light, or the convey the message of truth to the humanity, so that they can bring light into their lives. So thanks again to Sirisha Garu for giving me this opportunity to speak on this platform, and I ask higher masters to guide me to speak through me, because this topic is very very delicate, friends, and we have to be completely accepting, we have to be completely ready to take in this information. So please bear with me, and let before we get into the topic, we just meditate for 20 minutes so that we prepare ourselves, we ground ourselves, and then to receive this information, right? So I want you all to close your eyes wherever you're sitting, just by crossing your hands, fingers into fingers, by crossing your legs, by gently closing your eyes. Have no thoughts whatsoever, friends. Relax each and every part of your body. Make each and every part of your body as relaxed and as comfortable as possible. Hold a lot of gratitude to your body, to each and every part of your body. But it in itself is a wonder. Once you relax your complete body, now let us calm our minds. Let us give some rest to our minds, acknowledging the power of our mind. Just communicate with our mind, saying that, hey, mind, all these times you have worked so much. Now I want you to take some rest so that you can perform better. After you calm your mind, just become one with your breath, one with your natural breath, soft, tender, tranquil breath. Again, hold a lot of gratitude to your breath. The moment you enter into your mother's womb, you were just breathing. So everything around you changed. Your body's changed, your mindset changed, places changed, but the breath remained the same. Let us connect with that breath and dive deep within ourselves. Only when we close our physical eyes, only when we close our mind's eye, then only we can understand who we are. Dive deep into yourself, the ocean of yourself. Just the natural breath. Last 2 minutes, friends. Bring back your awareness to your physical body. Last 1 minute, friends. Let us all be in the space of trust and receiving, friends. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now slowly place your both hands over your eyes for a few seconds. Whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes and take off your hands. Welcome back, friends. I hope you all had a beautiful preparation and a beautiful meditation. So, friends, let me get into the topic. So, today's topic is knowing who we are. I used to have this question, friends. I used to wonder where did we all come from? Because since from my childhood, I used to think that, I used to stay with the stars I used to sit in my backyard and I used to look at the stars and I used to communicate with them. If I'm sad, I used to talk to the stars. If I'm happy, I used to talk to the stars. So stars were my companions. I mean, I I get so much comfortable talking to the stars, and with their twinkling, they used to answers. So, friends, my question is: have you all had these kind of feelings? Have you all had these similar kind of experiences that you felt aloof when you were a kid, and you knew that you were not belonging from this earth plane, that you have come from somewhere else? I understood that I came from somewhere else when I read this book called Bringers of the Dawn by Barbara Marciniak. She had explained it. That's the book on the teachings from the Pleiadians, friends. And the word, when I heard about Pleiadians, it struck me. Oh, I know this. Like my deep knowing felt that, oh, I belong to this family. I belong to the Pleiadians, because that's when this answer came to me, that that's how I was talking to the stars right from my childhood, not knowing that though we have been said that we are earth beings, we are all humans, but there is deep knowing that you are not from here. We all came from somewhere above. So that's where this book had answered me a lot of questions that I had, and today I'm going to share a lot about what the teachings of Pleiadians are from this book. And I would like to share a small story, friends, and just reflect upon it, and just take it in. So there is a prime creator or source who had been experimenting with creation a long, long time ago in the universe, to self-explore or to self-express. So, do you think that we only are the universe? There are so many universes around in this whole cosmos, friends. It's just that we are so restricted to think that ours is the only universe. But no, there are so many, so many, so many universes. And I think lately we all are experiencing that. Lately, we have been opening to so many, so many things. So when this prime creator or the source had this feeling of creating something, so he had asked this creator gods or the designer gods to go and manifest whatever they want to manifest, and they said and he said, the prime creator said, I am going to gift you of myself, which means make this whole universe understand that its essence is my identity. So, which means, friends, the main gods who had come, the initial gods who had come to create this earth plane, they had been given this thing called free will. So when they came here, they have created this earth as a beautiful, beautiful planet, because it's like everything, whatever they manifested, it is of so much beauty, so much of purity in it. And wherever we could see, there is only the manifestation of the god, the source, the prime creator. We used to experience that. And many higher beings, friends, many beings from the other dimensions or from many other civilizations, not only the earth civilization, there are so many other civilizations as well. So they had contributed their DNA. So what they said is like, oh, since the earth had been created so beautifully, now with the human species had put into this earth plane, so they have contributed, the initial humans, for the initial humans, they have contributed their DNA to the earth beings to represent themselves to this on in this planet. The original planets, friends, are from the light. They are from the family of light. Light is nothing but consciousness, and light is nothing but information. So after Earth had been formed, so many wars took place. So many wars had took place in this space. So because after seeing this Earth as a beautiful thing, beautiful beautiful place to stay, and there is so much of free will that we can able to access here on the Earth plane. many beings had fought, many other beings in the space had fought for the earth. Like imagine, like in the olden times we used to think that there had been so many wars, there had so many kingdoms, and they used to take a lot of kingdoms. Many kings used to go to other kingdoms and take their kingdoms because they had so much of richness there. The same thing happened in this context also, friends. Like when earth had been created so beautifully, with the intention of purity and with this intention of light, there are so many beings who are not aligned with this. They fought that we want earth, like so that's how later the hands had been changed. So that's how the earth had been, our beautiful earth had become a place of duality, very very much duality, that we could able to see that there is good and evil, there is good and bad, there is a negative and positive. So earth had fallen into that duality, friends. And now you see, from past few years we are all experiencing the shift which is happening in this earth plane. That means the earth was three dimensional few years back, and now we are able to see that the earth is moving into the fifth dimensional, which was its original form. So we all are contributing for it. And the only thing that we have to do is, friends, that to bring so much light to it. And I'll be explaining now how we can do that, and I'll be sharing a lot of stories as well. So and here, friends, in this earth plane, we all know that we work with emotions are nothing but energy which is in motion. And uh, and there is emotions of love. There are so many higher beings whose the love emotion is their food. And there are so many other beings whose the food for them is fear, anxiety and chaos, like they feed with that. So you see, like from many years, what had been happening, we have been put into so many fears. We've been putting into so much of limited belief systems, and so much chaos we have been witnessing. That was not the original plan, friends. That was not for which earth had been created. Earth had been created to live life so beautifully, to create the manifestation of the god, the prime creator, to see beauty everywhere. But later the owners, like when the owner is changed, how things changed, how things changes, like they put their own system, they put their own rules. So the owners, the next owners who took earth, they used to feed with like the fear, anxiety and chaos. So what we all have to do is, friends, we all have to understand that we are all coming from the family of light. Whatever is happening, you have to just observe it. Whatever is happening, you have to just observe it, and know that the confusion and the chaos should come to break down, to merge with the light. So we should not have any hard feelings for these entities or for these things, that oh, I have been in so much chaos, oh, I have been in so much anxiety. So no. So when it is happening, so just observe it, so that when you observe it, this chaos and confusion just vanishes and it will merge with the light. Because the moment you don't accept it, it will resist, and it will stay deep down inside you. So we, as a family of light, you are all hearing to me. So that means we are all from the family of light. There are so many other people who are still not yet awake, friends. We have to be little compassionate towards them. We have to give our helping hand to them, and we have to be patiently be with them, to inspire them to come into this family of light. So this is what, friends, we have to do. And one more thing is our original DNA was 12 stranded. This is very, very beautiful, friends, how they have mentioned. I know this, I know many of you all are aware of this, because very few years back only I got to know about this, that we all have 12 helixes DNA. And and I used to always think that, as always all the scientists say, that we only have two strands of DNA, the other is junk, they used to say all these things. So the scientists say that, don't you have you ever heard that? Yes, they have said many a times that um, that we have only two strands DNA. It had been covered like that, friends, so that we all humans can be controlled. Because what happened is, the next owners who came, who took over the earth, they had cut this information. They have unplugged, like if you have, imagine if you have a television, and you have a video player, and if you have a music system. So what they did is, they have kept the television, and they have unplugged this video player and the music system. Imagine what happens. It is there, but you don't know that it is there, it is working. So the same thing happened. So we all had 12 strands of DNA. It's just because they want to control us. They just put it in, unplugged it. So this is a beautiful era which we are living in, friends. That we are able to witness so much, that we are coming back to our original state, which we were millennia years ago. So this 12 strands of DNA is like corresponds to the energy centers or the chakras in our body. So like 12, I was always known that we only have seven chakras in our body, seven chakras in our body, energy body. But there are 12 chakras. Not only 12 chakras. Once we access to these 12 chakras, we will be getting to know that there are 12 more higher chakras. So the 12 strands of DNA corresponds to each chakra in our physical body. The seven chakras which are in physical body, and the five chakras which is outside the physical body. So they're all spinning with lot of information, friends. Like when we tap into these chakras, these energy centers, our DNA gets activated. So we will understand that we create our own reality, we create our own experiences. And what happens after we get to know that we create our own reality, then we will become a conscious creators. What do you mean by conscious creators? Conscious creators means like, in whatever you're doing, in whatever thought we are putting, we will be more conscious, we will be more aware, because it is our responsibility. So we will not just work with just emotions, we will not just carried away by the emotions, and then do whatever we wish. No, once we activate all these energy centers, what happens is, like, we become a conscious creators. And that's how we will understand who we are. Like, why am I here, why are we here? So we will get to understand that. Just imagine, friends, like, uh, just from here, if I'm going to India, like, I'm currently living in Germany. If I'm going to India, so I have to plan so many things, isn't it? Like, I have to plan how many days I have to go, and whom should I all meet, and what kind of weather is it there. So we all plan, we all check and plan. The same way, we have planned many lifetimes. It is our conscious choice that we have taken the birth many times. So when we come here, like, we forget everything, we forget who we are. So just this is a metaphor I'm using, friends. Just going from here to Germany, if I had to I had to go to if I am planning to go from Germany to India, I have so many things to plan. The same way, when I'm coming from above, I had planned so many things. So once we realize, once we activate these chakras, and once our DNA is formed, then we will get to know who we are, who we truly are. We are not just Madhu. I'm not just Madhu here. So there are so many me's in my past life. So I will get to tap into those informations. I will tap into those identities of myself, of who I am, and then I will understand that I am the creator of my own realities. I become merge. I merge with the God. I merge with the prime creator, because I am the manifestation of him. But in these years, in the past many years, so much of manipulation had happened, so much manipulation that we forgot who we are actually, why we are here. So now is the time, friends. Now is the time that when I've read this book, Bringers of the Dawn, in the Bringers of the Dawn, so Barbara Marciniak, she says that at this period of times there are so many light beings, or Pleiadians, or Syrians, or there's so many beings from the higher dimensions. They are here to assist us. They are here to realize us who we are. So it's just that we have to be aware. You have to be very conscious. So to become more conscious, what they are asking us to do is to work with these energy centers in our body. So work with the energy centers in our body, so that it can build our DNA, the 12 helixes DNA. Yeah. So consciousness is nothing but knowing, friends. Knowing, and your knowing is your closest place to the prime creator. And when you trust what you know, you are activating the God within you. So trust everything. Trust that like whatever you're creating, just trust that. And knowing is very important. Not believing. Believing is, there is still a difference. Believing is that there is, you don't know whether it is there or not, but knowing. So I can say deep down, I know why I'm here. I know what is my purpose. You don't say that I believe my purpose of life is this. No, you don't use that word, because knowing is you are sure of it. So I know, when you know anything, so that means you're closest to the prime creator, and you have to just trust it. You have to just trust your knowing, and then that's how you activate the God within you. So everybody, all the masters says Aham Brahmasmi. Like there is a God within you. So we all have the answers within us. We all have the God within us. It's just that the God is, like suppressed. Like we had given power to somebody else. So now is the time that we take our own power. We take the control of our own life, and we create our own life. So so this is what we have to do, friends. And for that, we need to be very conscious, very much aware. So we are all guardians of light. We have to be aware and bring the mass consciousness to the planet. So we always think about others, isn't it? We always think, oh, I have to bring so much change to this planet. How I can do that? Like to do, if you're really intending to bring some change to this planet Earth, friends, to bring a change to this whole cosmos. The only suggestion the Pleiadians, the master Pleiadians are saying is, we have to work on ourselves first. We have to work on ourselves. If we don't work on ourselves, how can we inspire others? How can we bring light? If there is so much of darkness, if there is so much of pains inside you, how can you go out and spread joy? You cannot do that, right? So we have to, if we have to awake the mass consciousness, if we have to bring a mass change in everybody's life around, whoever is around us, or like to change something, you need to first change yourself. You need to know, you need to work on yourself. And for that, we need to have our own inner peace, and we need to love ourselves. All these time we had put into a thing that we should not love ourselves. We should, um, it's like being selfish. So we should love ourselves. First we should have this inner peace with ourselves. Once we have peace within ourselves, once we love ourselves, then only we can spread love, then only we can spread peace. This is what masters Pleiadians have been communicating, friends. So it's they've been conveying their messages from long time ago. Now I think the earth is taking its shift. So that's why we are able to access it very faster. That's why we are able to change faster, because that much fast the earth is moving to the higher realms, higher dimensions. So we have to be aware, and we have to love ourselves, and we have to have a lot of peace for ourselves, and we have to accept ourselves for what we have done in the past times. See, as I told you, that there is a knowing, right? So I know myself. When I say I know myself, that means there are so many past in my past. I have so many past lives. So in my past lives, I had done so many things, some good things, some bad things. But what these masters had been communicating is like, you have to accept every bit of yourself. So that knowing, you know that you did all these things, though your system cannot perceive, but deep down you know that you did all these things. So what happens is, when you know that all these things that you have done, you have put some limitations. You have self hatred, you hate yourself, you curse yourself for the deeds that you have done in the past lives. But in this life you don't know that you have done something like that in the past life, but you have the knowing, isn't it? You know that you did it. So now what you have to do is, when you know that you have done something, we all have done some good things, some bad things in some or the other lifetimes, or may it be this lifetime. So what they're suggesting is to accept ourselves completely. We need to accept ourselves completely for whatever we have done in this lifetime or the other lifetime, because those situations have been created, friends. See, again, we create our own reality. Uh, Before we are born, as I told you, that we have planned that these things, these situations that you have to take up in this life. So those situations were also created in such a way that to bring light into your life. So this is what happened. And friends, I tell you my story. When that in 2009, when I had a miscarriage, I used to think, why did this miscarriage had happened to me? I did not do anything bad to others, and why this has to happen to me? I'm so good in this life. I was not knowing about the karma and everything. That's another topic. But I used to think like, I am so good to others. I'm so good to everybody. Then why this thing had happened to me? Until and unless I realized that after practicing meditation, that uh, this thing, the major the major thing had happened in my life to bring me to the light. The light is nothing but knowing yourself. Light is nothing but being in awareness. So I practiced meditation. I found that key. I always say that meditation is the key to know yourself, and with that key I found myself. With that key I anchored so much of light in my life, and I opened that key and I found this the light, and I found, okay, oh, that's the reason why this miscarriage had happened to me. So if, friends, imagine if that miscarriage wouldn't have happened to me in the year of 2009, I wouldn't have been sitting in front of you all and speaking all these things, isn't it? So everything in our life happens for a reason. Good things or bad things, like everything happens for a reason. So all the deeds that you have done in your past lives or in this life, it is conveying you something. So don't be harsh on yourself. Don't curse yourself. Instead make peace with it, and ask it what is it that it wants to convey. So where is it that I have to learn from it, that I can change this pattern, so I don't fall into the trap of the repetitive patterns. So you ask these things, and when you communicate properly, it will be given properly. So this is very important, friends. And there is this wonderful master, Sufi master Khalil, sorry, Rumi. He says that where there is a wound, there is a source that the light passes. Like, if there is no wound, how can the light pass? Like, how can the healing happens? So the same thing, like when we have so many things happening, so much of pain, so much of things happening in our life, so that means it's a chance that there is a healing happening. So what you have to do is you have to become aware of it, that these things exist in you. And once you don't accept it, it just stays in a backseat. It lays deep down inside you. So when you are able to witness, and these are the rapid times, friends, and that you will be put into so much of challenges, so many challenges that you will be faced to. And uh, and when you face those challenges, friends, don't avoid them. Don't say, oh, no, 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 this is not me, I'm sorry, this is not me, just go. Don't ever say that. It's just that, oh yes, maybe that there is something that I have to learn from this. So think it like that. When you say that there is something that I have to learn from this, then you are anchoring light. Light is nothing but information. You are taking the information from that situation, right? So and friends, at these period of times, we have been sent help from the prime creator, because prime creator had intervened, because though it had been a free will zone, seeing whatever is happening on this earth plane, because so much of chaos is happening. So now is the time that the prime creator had sent some help, sent some help. Because what happened is, like, after the next owners came up, what they did is they have created a fence. They have created a fence. Imagine, they have set a boundary, so that when they have set a boundary, nothing can enter inside. Though there is so much of help that has been provided from above, but if there is a boundary, how can you enter? It is not possible, right? So that's how we are put so much into darkness. There was help from all the times, but it's just that these beings are so smart that they have put a boundary, so that this information won't be provided, won't be given. So now all these, it has been opened, and these they fought, and we are getting so much information from the above. And some masters are physically with us, some unseen masters, some we see them, some we don't see them. So they are working in different levels to bring so much of awareness to this earth plane, so to uplift this earth plane. So the contribution that we have to do is to be only aware, to accept ourselves completely, to acknowledge ourselves completely, and to love ourselves completely, and to make peace with ourselves completely. So, friends, and there are some who will take the information, and there are some who are still not yet ready, as I told you earlier. So, some are very much ready, because they have been waiting for this time to come, so that they can be a light bearers, and they can transfer this light to many other fellow human beings. But there are also many others who are still not yet ready. They say that, oh, it's not time for me. You see, in our families or in our friends, you ask them to meditate, many of them are not yet ready, isn't it? So you cannot force them. It's just that they are not yet ready at this time. So the same thing, it is happening here as well. So there is so much of things are happening, so that there is so much of information. Some are readily waiting, yes, I am ready now, because from eons, from many years, I have been waiting for this time to come. Now I'm ready to take the information. Now I'm ready to carry this information forward. Information is nothing but again a light. So there are others who say, no, I cannot take this now, because it is too heavy on me, I'm still yet not ready. So we have to be patient. So and there are beings, like, as I told you, that the Pleiadians, that they came to this earth plane to prepare us and to make us ready to anchor the light. So all you need to do is not to fear, friends. All you need to do is not to fear, because we are so much in fear. Lately, we hear many people sharing their experiences. I've been hearing many people sharing their experiences that they feel some presence in their room. They feel that there is somebody in their room. Maybe not physical presence, but there is energetical presence in the room. So yes, we all experience all these kind of things. What these masters, Pleiadian masters, are requesting us is not to be in fear. It's just that if you are in fear, you are in just darkness. Imagine yourself, you are in a closed, you are in a room and there is no light, and somebody comes into that room. Will you be able to know who has come? No, right? You have to turn on the light so that you could able to see that who has come. So for that we need to turn on the light. Light is nothing but, again, letting go of the fears. Light is nothing but that and light is information that there is something, that there is some higher being that is coming to support me. So the more you are into fear, the more you go down, you will never receive information. So we have to light our the light, and we just have to come out, and we have to just ask them, masters, I'm here now, I'm ready, please tell me what I can do, please help me, like how I can grow myself. So you have to be ready. So it's just that, you cannot close yourself and get scared. Oh, I'm feeling something, maybe there is some negative things. Friends, again, remember, without your permission, nothing will happen. So the more you invite fear, the more, again, see the thoughts, how much powerful our thoughts is. So the more you invite fear into your life, you that's what you see everywhere. The more you transform that fear into light, you there is no darkness, there is no fear. So you get lot of information. So the Pleiadian masters are asking us, they are communicating us to let go of the fear. Fear is darkness. When you are in darkness, you will not able to see who is there. So to turn on the light, what you have to do is, which is nothing but, you have to receive the information. You have to know that information. When someone is saying something, just trust it and have no doubts on it. So you see this wonderful inner journey program. I'm also part of it. And um, I've seen that many people having so much doubts. Oh, am I experiencing something? How can we able to go to the other dimensions? How can these masters take us to other dimensions? And how is it possible? So I've been hearing. So friends, what you have to do is you have to just trust. When you trust, everything is taken care. It's just that you have to trust. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. Don't restrict yourself, don't confine yourself that what you think is what you is the only reality. We are as yesterday's a few days back, Subramanya sir was sharing that we are all multi-dimensional beings. It's just that we confine ourselves, we put ourselves into the box and we say that, oh, this is it, this is what is the truth. No, just trust whatever is happening. If you're doing some process, if you are there in something, if I'm reading this book, Bringers of the Dawn, so I have to completely trust. I have to have drop all my judgments. Whether is it true or whether it is false? No, I just have to surrender myself. I have to completely trust and accept in the process, accept whatever it is happening. So when you accept everything, friends, then there is this information, then there is again this light. Information is again light. So don't put so much of logic to it. Don't No logic. Don't use logical mind. The more you use logical mind, it will get stressed, and there will be some effect in your physical body. Stop the logical mind, because these things, as far as the earth is growing, you cannot imagine what we will be going to see in the coming years. See, a few years back, we have never known that through mobile we can able to do the video chat. No, we did not realize that it would happen, right? So this is all. If that could happen, anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's just that you have to trust. So don't use logical mind. Only when you drop your logical mind, your belief system says that, oh, this is what only I have been hearing, this is what I have been reading, so I will confine myself like that. If you confine yourself like that, friends, you will never grow and you will never get to know who you are. Maybe in this time, maybe in the coming times, you might be ready. But I request you, if you are hearing to me, I request you to drop your belief systems, and drop your logical mind, and drop your cultural backgrounds. Oh, in my culture, like, they said there is no past life, there is only one life. How can it be possible that there are so many lives, and so many lives, and not only human life, we have been taking animal life, bird life. How is it possible that we are taking all these life forms? So, like, all these things, all these thoughts, we have to drop it, friends. Then only you will be able to witness so many realities. So please do not confine yourself to just one thing and say that this is only the truth. There are so many realities. It's just that you have to be open to receive them. Imagine, I always wonder, like, how much have we gone through in many many lifetimes, right? So why we have to confine ourselves in this lifetime? So why we have to be in so much anger, so much jealousy, so much of ill feelings in our heart? So we had gone through so many things in our past life. So we this life is a beautiful chance for us to grow. This life is a great opportunity, so where we can anchor in so much light. So what you have to do is, you have to just trust whatever is happening. And if you are here listening, or if you are in the inner journey program, or if you're doing anything, if you're reading any book which is leading you to the light, just trust it. Drop all your judgments and trust it. And the Pleiadian masters, friends, or any masters from the higher dimensions, wants to make you sovereign. What do you mean by sovereign? Which means that you have to govern your own life, you have to take control of your own life, to not give power to the emotions of darkness. So we are always giving power to that. See, if something happens, I be sad. Oh, why did this thing happen to me? If something, if like, if somewhere something happens, so you react. So that's how they are controlling us. So don't give power to those dark emotions. So control, you rule your own life, you govern your own life, you design your own life. You say, hey, this is my life, I know how to do it. And instead of creating this havoc in your life, why don't you bring so much of beauty to it? Shift that. See, if you have such emotions which you see that it is coming, divert it. Or I don't say divert it, transform that emotion into something grander, a grander emotion which will feed you, which will nourish you. Not just that. Don't be in that mood for many days, like, oh, somewhere something happens and you will be crying, cribbing here. No, don't do all those things. The more you do all those things, you are giving so much power to those darkest emotions. So please do not do that. And before we have taken this body, friends, we have created our blueprint. Blueprint is nothing but a map of what we have to do and everything. After coming to your body, you have forgot everything why you are here. Because again, you see how our society, how our parents, how everything around us had limited us, have confined us, because they wanted you to become somebody else. So they were, so they have put their own ideas to you. So what happens is you are not be seen. Where are you? So this is where these meditations, this is where the books, and this is where communicating with the masters helps us, so that we can know why we are here on this earth plane. So what is my blueprint? You will get to know that. If you don't know it, you will still be there stuck, right? So know that you have created your own blueprint, and it's just that you forgot. It's just that you forgot. You can bring back that remembrance again. It's just that you need that one switch on, and then tuck, you know that you why you are here for me. I turned on that switch in the year of 2009. I know that why I'm here on this earth plane. So meditation was that switch for me. That switch, after turning that switch on in my life, and then there is only light I could able to see, and I could able to access so much light in my life, and I could able to share, and I could able to convey this light. This is how we have to spread light to everybody, whomever we meet, friends. Our presence, our story should be an inspiration for others to help themselves to come and activate all these kind of activate the light within themselves, right? So when you have 12 helices of DNA, friends, when you have these DNA, the 12 helices DNA in place, that will plug into the 12 chakra system, and you will be able to access lot of information. There's a lot of information available. It's just that, as I told you earlier, that it had been unplugged. So now is the time that we have to plug it back. So we have to value each and every person who are traveling with us right now in this journey, friends. Whoever is traveling with us in this journey, we have to just value them. We should not say, "Hey, why you like this? Why you like that?" Stop all the judgments and just accept, value that person, because the moment you interfere with them, the moment you judge them, you are lowering the vibrations. So what you have to do is, you should not judge them, you should not fight with them, you should accept them, you should value them for what they are. So when you do that, uh, the earth, because at these period of times we need more and more frequency, we need more and more energies to alter the frequency, friends, because to change the frequency, to shift the older frequency to the newer one. So we need lot of energy, and if we react to any situation, if we react to any people, then there is some lowering the energy. So let us not do that. Let us all value each other, and let us all travel together with so much light, so that we can able to bring so much of beauty back to this earth plane, to its original form. So that means that you have opened, if you are doing that, if you are listening to me, and if you are able to resonate with what I am saying, that means you are already opened yourself to the light, friends. Your bodies are rearranging itself. So that means, because many people don't accept what I've been conveying, or maybe what these book bringers of the dawn has been in that it had been given. So many people won't accept it. So like, if you are accepting it, that means it is a time for you, that it is a time for you to anchor light. You are already in light, and your bodies are rearranging itself. And many people have been experiencing so many things in their sleep, isn't it? How many people are experiencing so many dreams in their sleep? How many people are experiencing so many visions in their meditations, that they are able to access so much of information? And so that means, so whatever is happening, please do not analyze it. please do not ask why this thing had happened to you, or why I had these kind of vision and why I had these kind of dream. So don't analyze it, trust whatever is had happened, and let the work happen. Friends, here I would like to tell one story, one dream of myself, as I'm sharing about the dream. So a few years back, I think couple of years back, what happened is like I was very in a very deep sleep, and suddenly I saw myself somewhere. I saw myself somewhere in a big city, very big city. And in that city, I heard some beings talking that, like, now we will be attacking the humans on this earth plane. So how we will attack these humans in the earth plane? They say that wherever there is a little light, wherever there is little light, we just go there and we just suck that energy. When I heard that, I was like really worried, like how I will be able to help. There's so many people here. How I will convey this message to them. I was restless. So what I did is I went to a big huge building, and I turned on I turned off the light. So when I turned off the light, I could able to see it was all glass. No, it was all glass. I could able to see what is happening outside. These beings are going, they are dark, and they are going everywhere, and they are sucking the energies of the humans. So when these things I'm seeing, suddenly somebody had turned on the light in the room, like in the building. A small light had been turned on. Suddenly, when the beings had seen that there is some light here, they came rushed, and they came into this building, and they tried to take the energy of the each and every person. Again, I asked masters guidance. Masters, how is it that I can help them? How is it that I can let these entities go? So then the masters had asked me that, now you chant Om. Like Om is nothing but, it's not like a religious thing, friends. Om is the sound of it's a vibration, like the creation, the sound of the creation is Om. So, like, and the masters had given that you say Om, and the vibration will let these beings go away. When I did that, friends, I or everybody, whoever is there in that space, in that building, they have echoed with me, they have followed me, and we all did that home instantly, friends. They were so fearful, the entities were so fearful, and they moved from that place. They really got scared. So that, which means like, we are so much put into fear, right? We are so much put into fear. So we have to raise our vibrations. We have to like, always like, uh, have the positive emotions within us. Don't let these negative emotions enter into you. As I told you before, there are the original planet's food was like love. They used to feed with love energy, but now the planets had the owners of this earth plane had changed. So, like, they're feeding with these emotions of fear, anxiety, and chaos. So we should not fall into the trap of these emotions. We should not fall into the trap of these planners. Like, if we fall into the trap, this is what happens. They suck so much of energy in us, so that we don't know who we are. Like, we get lost. So let us not do that. Let us be. I will again, there is a continuation to it, continuation to this dream. So there is one part, in this process, that I will be able to share this next part, what happened in that dream. Just a hold for some time. And what we have to do is, friends, let us not invite fear in our life. Let us bring so much light into our life, that we don't entertain these beings. Because when we have a control of our own life, we can say to that being, hey, that's it. All these while I have been like fell as a trap to you, but I will not do now. So you take control to your life, right? So this is what we have to do, friends, and I felt that this stream is very very important to be shared, and that's how I shared. And let us move into the next thing, which is nothing but um, the chakras. Now coming back to the chakras, the first seven chakras are not difficult to work upon because they are in a physical body. If we allow ourselves to feel, we can easily work on them. So the first chakra, which is the Muladhara chakra. So I know we have been hearing about the chakras, but I'm not going to elaborate more on that. I'm just going to give a glimpse of it. Mm, just what is this chakra, and like where is it that we have to work upon this chakra. So how to activate this chakra. It's just like, friends, we say that like, oh, today my chakra is got activated. No, it is a constant process. It's like, see, these energy centers, they are called as energy centers, isn't it? Energy centers, where what is emotions? Emotions is nothing but emotion, energy in motion, which is traveling in motion. So there are sometimes some situations in our life, again our emotions change. When our emotions change, the 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 chakras also change them. They move. So what we have to do is we have to be each time aware of it. So let me tell you very short about the chakras. The first chakra is Muladhara chakra, friends, which is mainly working on the survival. Like the survival is like, we have always fears like, what if I lose my job now? What if I what if something happens? What happens to my family? So these are all survival, money, job, family, these are all survival fears. So we have to come up, like raise above these things. We have to understand that there is no fear, we are always taken care, right? And the second chakra, which is like Swadhisthana chakra, which is mostly working about your sexuality. Sexuality is very very strong concept, friends. It's very, we just ignore it, but we have to work on our sexuality. It's like, it's about the desires, so we have to work on that. We have to be very, like, we have to understand about it a lot, right? And the third chakra is Manipuraka chakra. It is about restricting yourselves or limiting yourselves. Limiting yourselves is like, oh, I can only do this, I cannot do that, like, so come above it, like raise above it, that you can do, you are unlimited beings, you are a multi-dimensional being, you can do whatever you want to do. So we have to work, which means that we have to work with all our insecurities. A fourth chakra is Anahata chakra, which is a heart chakra, which is the center of compassion and connectedness to all the things, compassion towards everything, every being in this earth plane. So we have to be really compassionate and connected to everything. And the fifth chakra is Vishuddha chakra, which is the throat chakra, which is communication. You have to communicate properly. You have to express yourself properly. Though you should not stop yourself, you should speak your truth. So all these things, friends, because though you have been hearing all these things from many 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 times, I'm reminding you again that this is the very good context that these masters, Pleiadian masters, had asked us to work on these things. So these things are blocking us to know who we really are. So once we tap into this, once we work on these things, as they have mentioned, that it is not very difficult. It is again in your thoughts. The moment you shift your thought, you can able to access all these things. Access, you can able to change your DNA, you can able to get lot of information. So it's just that you, when you don't accept that you have all these things, that so many people, for me, for example, me, for few years back, I did not accept that I have these kind of I like insecurities. I said, like, no, 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 I'm very much fine, like, but deep down I know that I'm lying. So like, again, see, I have insecurities and I'm lying and I am hurt. So all these things, how can my chakras will be balanced? So if one chakra is off balance, is not right, so it affects all the chakras. It's a mechanism, like that's how it is working. So we have to work on each and every chakra, friends. That means we have to be that much aware. And the seventh chakra, the the sixth chakra is the Agna chakra. So which is the visionary eye. That's where we you will be able to see like so many things. That's where you will be able to witness so many things, may it be in the meditative state or may it be in the waking state. It can possible, like once you activate your third eye, you'll be able to see so many things. And the seventh chakra is like Sahasrara chakra, which is nothing but the crown chakra, which opens the thousand folds to the reality. What is reality? Reality means that knowing that you are not just the body, like you are much higher to it. You are much higher to what you think you are. So this is what is reality. This is what is, once this Sahasrara chakra opens, this is what you come to understand, like um I'm not the body. I'm much more to it, right? And the eighth chakra, friends, this is very, very, very beautiful. Like all these later chakras, like it blew in my mind when I heard about them. Because I was thinking that I have to only work on these seven chakras, and but once we work on these seven chakras, automatically the next five chakras will be activated. So the eighth chakra is within our realm. It is just 12 inches above our head, and the ninth is also close to our body, and the 10th, 11th, and the 12th are much further out. The 10th chakra is in our solar system, and the 11th chakra will move out into the galactic system, and the 12th is located somewhere in the universe. Imagine, friends, see how limited we think, and these things to imagine, dropping all the logical mind, if we just close our eyes and see that we are multidimensional beings. We are able to like me sitting here, and somewhere else my chakra is in the universe, my 12 chakra is in the universe. Not only that, after you access to that 12 chakras, you will be accessing 12 more chakras, right? So so we have to always be in awe. We have to be always in amazement. Wow, this is so great, like thanks that I'm in this period of times. You have to say that to yourself, that thanks to the universe, thanks to me, that I have asked myself to be in this earth plane at this period of time. So I'm able to I'm able to access a lot of things. I'm able to work on myself a lot, and I'm able to grow, and I'm able to learn. Though the situations are tough, there are so many situations that are really tough, but I'm able to learn from it. So you will be accessing all these things only when you will be in amazement, when you are in awe, when you are in wow feeling, right? So this is about, it's just a glimpse about all these 12 chakras, friends. And as I told you earlier, these 12 chakras are connected with the DNA, the 12 strands DNA. And um, and one more thing, friends, earth is, as we all know, that earth is like a living library, just like library. There is so much of information available. It's just that you close yourself, so that's why you are not able to see that it is a library. But there is so much of information available in this earth plane, not just in the books or somewhere else, friends. In the ethers, there's so much of information available. So only when we are ready, we can be able to tap into that information whichever we want. So friends, before we all human species had come to this earth plane, there were dinosaurs. So we all had seen Jurassic Park, right? So yeah, so there were dinosaurs before we came to this earth plane. So dinosaurs were keeping so much secrets of this universe. They were here and holding lot of secrets from all the universe. Then came many civilizations who had been working on this. For example, Egyptians were knowing lot of secrets, and they were open to other realities also. So Egyptians were um, they, they 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 know a lot of information. And when we lived in Egypt, friends, and we have been we went to different temples in Egypt, and when we visited the temples, we were so much in amazement that Egyptians are linked with the stars, like they can communicate with the stars. They know lot of things, like not only Egyptians, there might be so many other civilizations that they've been communicating to the star beings from the other dimensions to access the information. So for us being in Egypt, it was a boon for us to visit all these temples and to see all the drawings, to see all the heliographs, and to see all the the sacred drawings that they have on the walls, the chiseled on the walls. That when we understand that, when we see all those drawings, friends, we will able to understand how how we all came here. Like it's all clearly mentioned there. And um and that's how and that's how Egypt is a land of mysteries, and I'm still fascinated about Egypt. It's never too I can able to there are so many things to cover as well now to know more about Egypt. And one more thing, friends, many of the people use only 3 to 4% of their capabilities. Only 3 to 4% of their capabilities, and very few used to use 12 to 15% of their capabilities. Just imagine, with this 10%, we are able to manifest this. With the other 90%, what we can do? We can do whatever we want to do. We are in the times, friends. We are in that times that 90% is awakening. All these times it was shut down, as I told you, unplugged. But now is the time that it has been awakening so fast, so fast. We without even we being aware, it's happening so fast. So much of awakening is taking place, friends. So what you have to do is work with your intuitions. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, sometimes it just doesn't make sense. You think, okay, sometimes your intuition at that moment might go wrong. But imagine that, trust that intuition had given for particular reason, so that you will do that. And when you do that, friends, without having any doubts, with just trusting, so you will see in the future why you had done that, right? And keep always moving forward, keep moving forward. It's a huge leap that we're all making. Releasing, which means, what I mean by releasing means shedding, like the snake sheds all the old skin. Now we are shedding all the old skin to renewing ourselves and realizing and letting go. And it is a time for all of us to allow the light to pass through and become multidimensional. So we have to allow. Without we allowing it, nothing can happen. So we have to allow, so that the light can pass through us. And understand that, friends, we are all multidimensional beings. So sometimes, friends, I wonder that everything is going very fast, very, very fast, very fast. We are experiencing so many things. What you have to do is have no doubts to it. Have no doubts to it, thinking that whether it is real or not. Whatever is happening, accept it. And when you accept it, then there is an awakening happening. You're always divinely guided. Trust that. You're always guided. You're always sent help from, we know it or do not know it, but we are always some help given. So, what you have to do is you have to understand the parts of yourself that you did not accept. So from many lifetimes you did not accept yourself. Now is the time that, in this lifetime, take this as an opportunity that you accept yourself, that parts of yourself which you did not accept completely, and bring them into light. Let us all raise the frequency of love, friends, because it is mentioned clearly in this book, and I completely resonate with it, that only with love, Only with the love frequency that we can raise the vibration. What is mean by love? Love is nothing but having no conditions. Don't put any conditions to the love. Just accept it. Just like experience it. Don't say that like, okay, I have these conditions. No, let us all raise the frequency of love, friends. There are times when we experience fear. That's very normal that we experience fear, but don't fall into the trap of fear. What you have to do is, then you say that now I will transmute this fear. I will understand that this is a part of the plan, because this fear had come to me for a reason, but I don't give power to that fear, but I will understand why this fear had come to me. That's how we create our own reality, friends. Let us not create our reality with fear. So for example, we have created so many things, the events which we have created in the past. So imagine if we have created everything, why not creating with love? Because this is when we create everything with love, we are serving our purpose. We are creating everything to serve us. So we are the creators of our life. If we are the creators of our life, let us make our life so better, friends. So because just if we become aware, if we become conscious, if we become accepting to everything, then we are creating that difference to the entire universe. We are really helping higher masters, and also we are helping ourselves. It's not only one way, friends. It's two way. It is always two way. So we are helping ourselves and also helping higher masters to take this earth to a higher dimension, to uplift the earth. So for that, what you have to do is you have to change the behavioral pattern. So all these while you've been thinking like this, so now you change the pattern. Now you say that I will not think like this anymore. Let me think something positive. Let me think something miraculously. So change your behavioral pattern. So don't stuck with the old belief system or old things that, oh, I will, maybe this is me, I cannot change. Don't say that. Again, you see, we create our own reality. We Our thoughts are so powerful. So just convey the message to your mind that no, I can do whatever I want. If I wish to change my behavior, I can change my behavior. So just communicate with it. Everything is communication. You can communicate to anything, and that's how you create. So change your behavioral pattern, friends, and change the frequency of limitation. Don't limit at all yourself. Don't confine yourself. Don't say that you will do only this, you cannot do that. We are again unlimited beings. We are multidimensional beings. We can do whatever we want to do. And remember that one more thing, that intention matters a lot. So if you are doing anything, so understand the intention behind what you're doing, what you're asking for. So that's how you help yourself and you help others around you, and also you help the whole earth plane. And one more thing, friends, as I was this television and media. So through television and media, I know many people are now not only now, from the past also, there are so many got addicted with the television. They see so much of soaps, serials, and they see so much of drama. They see so much of like emotions. This is how these entities are feeding their energy on, friends. The more we feel sad, the more we fell into the trap of these things. That's how they get the food. Oh yes, I get the food. That's how they become powerful. So imagine, like all these ads, whichever we see in the television, the soaps ad or the cosmetic, oh, you put this and you become very beautiful. Friends, why we fall into the trap and why we buy all these things? It's because when we are seeing that ad, we are not only just seeing the picture, there is something which is happening behind. There is some frequency that is happening behind, that it is loaded it into our brains, that it is like a, it's a giving a message to our minds that, like, oh, you have to get this product to look beautiful. Only when you buy this product, you become more beautiful. So there is this frequency. We were not known all these things, friends. We were just only shown this picture, this video, but behind that there is so much of things happening. So become aware of it. Don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into this trap of these emotions. If there is something which is uplifting, if there is something that is making you light, please watch it. If there is something that is creating so much pain, this about something, some, like, may it be corona, may it be the deaths or whatever is happening, the accidents, whatever is happening. If you're watching it, friends, again, watch it in such a way that you don't carry that emotion. You don't take it and you don't react it. The moment you react to it, that's it, finish. You will be the you will be giving you have given your power to some other being. So let us not do that. Always be aware, and keep yourself light. This is what these masters have been communicating, friends. And as I was telling you, I will be telling a story about what happened later. um, uh, what happened in that dream is like, after that part had finished, what I have went to a terrace, and I have been sitting there and I'm watching a television. And when I was watching a television, there is some entities that they have been communicating through the behind the scenes, behind the video. I was like, what's happening? And I could able to understand that, like, these beings are communicating, since we are not ready physically, so they are communicating through the media. They are communicating through the television. They are passing the information. So when I heard that, I started speaking in the language of light. I started shouting at them. When I started shouting at them in that language, the TV got burst. So that means we were not aware of what we are watching. We have to be very conscious of what we are watching, friends. And it feeds a lot of many entities when we become emotional and react to everything what we see on the television. If we really want to evolve, we should not read newspapers as well. We should not read newspapers. Again, if until and unless you don't react, it is fine. But if you are reacting, please stop reading it. Give it a try, and see to it that how your energies are. And use electronics, but don't overuse it. Just use it for the sake of communication, friends. And again, one more thing, friends, we are always put into that, again, this trap that educational system is the best. Like, we have to go to schools to get so much of education. Like, we have to learn. So I've also put into so much belief system like that, friends. I had failed in my college. I was thinking myself I'm a big failure. Like, when I failed in my college, I used to, because the whole the society came and they said, "Oh, you failed." Like, how can you fail? Like, all these things. So what happens is my emotions had been lowered. That means I gave power to these negative emotions, that I am not worthy enough. That means that there is a leak in my energy body. So my energy has been going for these kind of emotions. So let us not do that, friends. Education system, regarding the education system, we can don't pressure your children, don't pressure yourself, to work hard. If we work hard, only we can get a lot of fruits. No, it's again, like, the moment the effort drops, when we become effortless, then only we can able to see the beauty, friends. Again, remember that it's again our thought. We have to have that clear thoughts, so that we can able to manifest whatever we wish to manifest. Again, with that includes the intention as well. Your intention should be very clear. If you are releasing any thought, the intention behind what you are doing should be very clear, right? So emotions are just nothing but friends. Emotions are like tickets, tickets to plug you in. So they are the tickets, so that with that ticket, anybody this they can access a lot of energy from you. So we are all rich, just that we have to know it. When there is awakening, friends, there are so many forces trying to disrupt by creating confusion and chaos. All we have to do is hold a lot of patience and keep the energy high. So don't think that, oh, why this corona had come, like, so why these things are happening. So please don't fall into the trap. So we are all awakening, and have patience, and just keep your energy high, meditate a lot, do read a lot of books, all these things. So imagine, friends, imagine our feelings to be a crop. For example, a crop that can be harvested. And if you are the owner of your crop, how can you let others take advantage of it, right? Unless you agree. So, for anything to happen in your life, so for the fear to come into your life, only when you agree, then only it can enter into your life. If you don't agree, stop, full stop. It will not enter into your life because it is your choice. So if you have done a beautiful crop, why are you giving that crop to somebody else to take it? If it is for the highest good, you can give that crop to somebody else. But if it is not, if it is not for the good, then why you have to give it to somebody else? Why you have to waste your energies to these things? Let us not do that. Let us take that benefits for the crop which we have made, and we have to harvest it, right? And you have to just keep always your energy high, friends. When you are in your high energy, they won't be interested in you, the negative entities, or whatever it is, like, they won't be interested in you, because they see that you are controlling your life. When you are controlling your life, you are not giving power to them, so they cannot do anything. So what they do is they will find somebody else who is weaker. So always be strong, always be strong. Don't you know like, if you are a weak person, if you have having so many fears, anxiety issues, again, remember that it is your choice. You have all the power within you to change it, to make yourself strong. Don't become weak, and don't become prey for these things. All right, friends. And when we operate with peace and love, we alter the structure of the planet. We don't not only alter our life, but we also alter the structure of the planet. We all humans have a job, friends. We all have a job. There is so much help coming from many higher beings. Some we know, some we don't know. When we are sent beams of light, our body should be prepared to receive it. If our bodies are not prepared, it leads to a lot of discomfort. So we have to prepare ourselves that we can able to access to a lot of information, a lot of light we can able to uh, access, or invite in. So there are so many beings, there are so many masters who are working with us through light. So prepare yourself, and if there is some discomfort that is happening in your life, these period of times, if you are meditating, or if you are in the inner journey program, something is happening, that means that just be patient and just be witness whatever is happening. It's just that time that this light is the beams of light is coming to you. So recently many people have developed telepathy, isn't it? Many people have these feelings of telepathy, so that they're able to, they think about somebody else as their friend, and that friend immediately calls. So it had been very higher, friends. That means we are energetically growing through tele and not only that, through telepathy, the higher masters will work through us. So so there are few things that we have to know, friends. I think I have a very less time now, so I will just let you know that there are few things that we have to work upon. Avoid dramas. Dramas are like emotions, like they are just don't fall into the trap of dramas. Like so I used to create a lot of dramas when I got married, because I want to fight with my husband, and he was not falling prey for it. And that's how he stood as a strong mountain, so that I am able to learn a lot of things from him. So he did not do the drama, so I was doing the drama. So if it is only from one side, the other, it won't happen. So I understood it, and I moved from it, and I have grown from it. So, and one more thing, never say I tried. So many people say I try meditating, but nothing is happening. Never say I try. See, friends, I'm telling you this, all this information which is there in the book, and whatever I'm telling you, it is I personally had implemented it. And if I don't implement it, if I don't resonate with it, I will be not able to convey to you. So whatever I'm telling you, friends, which means that that is my truth. So this thing, we have to understand that many people say I tried. So instead of saying I tried, you use that I am manifesting, I am creating, I'm doing it. So that's how you change the words, how you use the words. That also matters a lot. And work always in cooperation. Let us all uplift each other. So let's not say that only I have to grow. Oh, when you say that, friends, your ego is up. So let us not fall into the trap of again ego. So ego is nothing but, in this wonderful movie The Shift, it is said that, by Wayne Dyer, that ego is nothing but edging the god which is inside you out. So let us keep the God who is inside us within us all the time, so that we will not give power to this ego. So let us all work in cooperation. Let us all work collectively, so that we can move faster. We can see the beautiful times ahead. See, remember that your reality is a result of your thoughts. If you think that things are hard, the things will be hard all the time. You have to think that everything is easy, everything is beautiful. That's how you will manifest. When we know the rules of the game, friends, that you are the result of your thought, and that is the law within this universe, all we need to do is just to think how we want to be. Just think how we want. Then that's how we shall be. Once we know this, we can design our body, our age. Who said that we can only live for these many years? We can live for how many years we want to. It's just that you have to give that command, you have to direct that thought, and you have to have that clarity in the thought when you are releasing it. Then you can live thousands and many, many years, not even thousand, even more. And and with that, friends, with asking, with releasing the right thought, we can fix everything about ourselves. So and make a commitment. Once you're ready, make a commitment by saying that, masters, I'm ready, please put me to work and show me what I can do. Give me the opportunity to live my light, to speak my truth, and to carry the light forward. So you just communicate to the masters. You say that now you are ready, and then they will come. Until and unless you are not ready, friends, they try to communicate in many ways, but you are not ready, you will not able to receive information. You will not able to access to them. So once you surrender and once you say that now I am ready, then they will be coming to you in different ways, and to tell you what to do, to uplift the plane, right? And it is not only one way, friends, it is two ways. So when you are doing something for the highest good, so you can ask, okay, masters, now as I told you before, that there are things we can live effortlessly also. Who said that we have to work hard? So when you are asking, mm, when the masters are asking you to do something for the highest good, and when you agreed, so you can negotiate with the master that, master, I want all these comforts, and like you can ask, like, but not in a greedy manner, not in a authoritative manner. You have to just ask with the purest intention. You have to be very clear with your intention. And when you are in service to yourself, friends, remember that you are committed to, when you are committed to yourself and everybody around you, you have to be always in that mode, service, and the and the and the highest of the greatest intention that you have to have. And one more thing, friends, light frequency brings information, right? Light is nothing but information. Love frequency brings creation. When light frequency and love frequency are together, then only there is harmony. Light frequency without love frequency, which is information without creation, there is no, it is like a crippled, it's like a, it's not functioning. So our purpose of life, of our purpose is to carry light, friends. This is what I understood. If you are meditating and if you are doing something good to yourself, so carry that light to take it forward and to inspire others in your community. To because that is what you lit your own lamp. That like Buddha says, "Appo Deepo Bhava," which means you light your own lamp. So once you light your own lamp, everybody around you will be able to see the lamp which you have lit inside you. So that's how you inspire others. So and one more thing, friends, care for earth. Like if we humans do not change or shift our consciousness, earth will work in its way. I'm telling you. So, like all these times, poor earth, it had gone through so many things, so many things. So we have, what we have to do is we have to be raising our consciousness, shift our consciousness for the highest good. And all these times earth had been so patient, bearing everything. Whatever you do, the earth had been bearing. It has been taking everything in. If you put pesticides on mother earth, she takes in. Who gave you the right to do all these things? I mean, like, we should stop. At least we have to, at these period of times, we have to be aware now that we should not do all these things. And we have to respect all the beings on the earth plane, friends. This is what is said by all the higher masters. We are all working, we should all work in cooperation. Animals, birds, and plants, everything, we all have to take care of each other. You should not hurt them. Ask yourself, am I operating with love? Is love my intention for earth, animals, and all the beings in the planet I encounter with? Ask this question. So then you will find the answer. You don't need to find the answer from somebody else. You have all the answers within you. Whenever you have any doubts, you question yourself. You ask yourself, am I working from the space of love, or is it that something else I'm working with? If your intuition, your deep knowing will say no, you're working with this, so then you shift it, you transform it. So when we take care of earth, friends, and the other beings of earth, we will work in harmony. Talk to the animals, talk to the trees. Don't, it's not funny at all. Communicate with them. So we have to really, everything has energy, everything has feelings. We have to just trust that they will answer, and I'm sure they will answer. It's just that when you drop this logical mind, drop this judgmental mind, then you see the clear picture. You will see the tree as saying something to you. You see that animal giving some message to you. So talk with that. And uh, and friends, as there is a language of light, which is nothing but signs to communicate. So you see the drawings in the behind. So what happened is, when I started meditating, I started seeing lot of visions. I started seeing so many geometrical patterns, so many like designs, intricate designs, so many colors. So this is how these higher masters are, I felt, because in the later period of times, I understood that these higher masters are communicating through me, through my vision, so that these drawings had to come out in this way, so that it can bring some change in some other person. So this is the light I'm carrying. Like I've been used as a vessel to carry this light. So there are so many things, there are so many sacred geometry, there are so many crop circles. If you have known that in England there are so many crop circles. So just imagine, just it blows your mind. I heard many people, I have never witnessed it personally, but many people saying that where when you are taking your helipad there, and when you're going to visit all these crop, um, on one way you won't be seeing anything down. I mean, like, you'll be seeing another crop circles, but when you are returning back, there is another design which is formed. How is that possible? So it just breaks your logical mind. So that means we should not confine ourselves that only this is the truth, or there is so much happening. Open your eyes to these realities, friends. Don't restrict yourself, don't confine yourself. It's just that when you say that confining yourselves, that it's like going to one restaurant every day, eating the same food every day, and saying that I know everything about food. It is not possible. So like, we have to come out, we have to explore, we have to understand, we have to meet, we have to know that there are so many realities, there's so much. Apart from these food, there are many other foods that I can able to taste. So just don't confine yourself. And um, and many structures, friends, many structures are in this earth plane. The old structures, the ancient structures are in this plane that stores a lot of information. So the stone carries a lot of information. At the same way, our bones, our skeleton carries a lot of information. There is so much of information in it. It's just that we don't know it. So we have to know that we have so much information in each and every detail of ourselves. It's just that we are not aware. The moment we become aware that yes, there is so much of information, then you will see the beauty. You see, the archaeologists, what they do is they go to the stone, they say, oh, this is this stone, this has so much of information. They see so many things from that stone. So we have to know that the same way we have to know that our bones have so much information, so much of information, friends. Just that don't don't take yourself as easy. Like, you are all, as I told you, you are a living miracle. You are a, like, and especially at these period of times when we are able to access this much information, amazing it is to live in this earth plane, to able to see, witness all these things. And and sound, friends, many people say, like, a sound is also, as I was telling you about a dream, that sound, the vibration, the frequency it carries. So it shifts the energy, like, it raises the energy, so sound is also a tool for transformation. So you see many people going to the sound healings and all these things. That means when you are experiencing some sound, so there is some shift in your DNA is happening, there is some change in the DNA which is happening. So so what you have to do is you have to not like, what do you say, confine it. Don't say that no, I will not, there is nothing happening. Just be open to it. Don't say that. Be open to it, and receive. When you are open, you will be able to receive lot of information, and lot of transformation happens. So sound is also one tool, friends, like the om vibration, or any other instruments. But don't, not the heavy metal instruments. Soothing instruments is very much helpful to our DNA to activate. And at these period of times, friends, we have to awaken the feminine energy which is inside us. We have to self empower ourselves. We have to be women, and also men, I'll be telling. So we women must understand how to self empower ourselves, and man must know how to be vulnerable. So men are always put say like, again, it's a belief system that if men becomes vulnerable, that means he's weak. So that's how you judge. No, there are, that's how you have to you have to be gentle, you have to be truthful to your own feelings. So both and men must complement each other. So the woman must self empower herself, because all these period of times she has been suppressed, she has been she said to herself that no, male is more dominant, so let male do the job. No, you, now is the time that you empower yourself. And men, I'm telling you that you have to be vulnerable, you have to be gentle, you have to be really soft for yourself. You cannot be harsh on yourself. Don't be so much masculine saying that, oh, don't be like a rock, be gentle like a water, be flowing like a water. So that's how, when we are that friends, we will complement each other. So be truthful to your own feelings, and have love for yourself. Have so much love for yourself, and trust that everything is taken care, right? So this is and always maintain humor, friends. So whenever this logical minds comes up, pops up, just don't give power to it. Stop this logical mind and say, and invite humor into your life. Laugh for the silly reasons. Laugh, like when there is many people put logic to it, you just laugh. Like my husband was telling the other day that he just laughed, for silly things. So initially I used to get angry because I used to put logic to my mind, but once I dropped my logical mind, I started laughing with him. I started bringing humor into my life. So that's how you make yourself light, friends. So this is these are the most important lessons that I have learned from this book, and I thought this is very much valuable to share it. And one more thing, friends, it is said that in this book that you don't need to worry about becoming this being. You're already that. You're already that. You have to just trust that you are that being. You should not try to become something else. Just realize that you are that, right? So when you realize you are that, then there is this beauty. So I think I'm done. So if I hope I have conveyed the
Yes,
right
absolutely,
message.
absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much. What a wonderful information. You carried every, I mean, each and every part of that book as a gist, and provided your summary with your experiences. That gives a lot of insight in the book. Thank you so much. And I think it's already 4 for your
I
local
know.
time, but you still keeping it in the same energy level when you as you begin, right? So I'm very, I mean, getting very inspiration from you, ma'am. Like keeping yourself up and up in the 24/7 time, and helping in this spiritual journey process, and helping others to learn the same stuff whatever you learned and experienced in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I think,
Alex.
yeah,
We can
yeah,
take questions. I have time. Yeah, if it's not too late, we can take questions.
we'll take some couple of questions. Okay, friends, if you have any questions regarding the current topic, please raise your hand. I only take a couple of questions since we are all already on top of the hour. So please raise your hand. I see Radhika. Please unmute and turn on your video, ma'am. Hello, Radhika. Can you please unmute and turn on your video? I think Radhika is not ready yet. So let's take Shruti Sarawat. Can you please unmute and turn on your video, ma'am? Shruti?
Uh, video may not be working right now, but I can speak.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. Go ahead.
Okay. I was doing inner journey these days,
Hmm.
and for the past 3 days, I've developed a frozen shoulder, which has a lot of pain, intense pain is there.
Yeah.
So, in your lecture, you said that, when we begin to do
Right.
meditation, some kind of discomfort may happen.
Right.
So,
Yes, yes.
what should I do about it, and how can I relieve it?
It's just that you have to accept it, Shruti, because whatever is happening, the healing is happening. So just accept it and just give some time. I think within few days, I think once that process is finished, once the healing is finished, you will be no more experiencing the pain. That discomfort will not be there. So it's just that you have to understand that it is just the healing that is taking place. So when there is this information, there is no doubts. You will just let go of